Hey guys, Michael Chesty Parts Online here. Um, got another mount for you. This is a prototype mount. Okay, this is the 65 to 79 chassis. So it's got the holes, got the 6 holes. That's the only years that have that holes. The 64 and back don't, because the frame is a little bit shorter top to bottom. And then like that frame right there, sitting on the ground, that's a 57 to 60. And then way over there on the other side of my yard, I've got a 53 or 54, I think it is. And it's even shorter than this. So this may not make sense to the other guys, but this is how I mocked this one up, okay? And the reason this one's so much narrower is because the factory control arm, the pivot point is about right where that curve is on the top of there. Like, let me get that and set it up there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, got that sitting on there. Now, understand this mount here is just a prototype for development. It's not ever going to be anything that I would sell unless it just happens to be exactly the right bag mount. Now, as you can see, it's only got the holes for the small bag. That's because that's what I was testing it with, because there's not a lot of room from here over to the frame, okay? And it cannot come out any further this way with the factory arm. But let me grab a factory arm and we'll set it on there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. On the narrow cross member, that sits about right there, okay? That pivot point on that arm is right about the corner of that, maybe a little bit inset, maybe half inch inset, okay? And it's right above the frame, like that, just a little bit off the top of that frame. So that thing is moving like this, right here. As you can see, it doesn't leave a lot of room, okay? You're not going to go down with the arm that much. You're not going to get that much lift enough to come down there like that anyway. The question I got is how much it's going to lay out. So I've got to mock this up with my narrow cross member. And then what I'll do is I'll mock the upper up with the upper mount with some factory arms first and see how that fits. See what kind of bag's going to fit in there. And then I'll do it with the tube arms in the shorter version to see how they fit too. So I've also got two more different mounts coming today that use these same holes, okay? One of them, this flat plate is right between these holes. It's right up here, okay? And it's made for this same type of bag, but it's a little bit more angled, okay? But it's way up here, so you can go really, really low, okay? But you have to use a small bag. Now, the other mount has the bottom of this plate, and it's flush with the bottom of the frame, so this plate is way down here. But these holes are moved in, and they're wider, so you can use the bigger bag, but it'll set under the frame a little bit, okay? And that's with my crossmember mocked up in this hole. I took one of the ones I was building last week and mocked it up with frame boxes and everything in here. Okay, so now, as of right now, I have a mock-up crossmember built. I've got those red frame boxes I showed you in a video before, and I've got a red crossmember to take to a show with me this weekend. That'll be Turkey Drag Show. I'm going to take this whole entire chassis most likely, even though I don't want to. I'd hate to cut this thing up and have to take just the front end, but I may have to take the whole chassis on the trailer. Anyways, I'm going to mock that up in the next day or two with that cross member in here as soon as the paint dries. I'll mock it up with that. The two new versions of the laser cut plates are on the UPS truck right now to be delivered today. Today is Tuesday, December the 2nd. And as soon as they get here, I'll mock one of those up like that. See how the bag's going to fit. I've got some different bags. I got a small bag right there, and I got a big bag, either laying on the ground somewhere here, or it's probably inside. It's the 2,600 pound bag. The other one there's a 2,500. That's a chunk bag. Anyways, so that's what we're trying to do, is to dial in the best bag mount. But the other thing too is Depending on your wheel size, you may need spacer here or spacer on the bottom to get yours to collapse the bag all the way down when you're laid out to get so that you got proper lift. Anyways, if you have any questions on this, just hit me up. Hit me up on Facebook, here on YouTube, in the comments. Whatever you think would be good. Now, I did have, if you remember, I did have a mount like that down there, that big wide one here, and the bracing was out here, and it just completely was way too close to the parts of this arm. And I know a lot of guys are still running stock arms on theirs. Just the shape of that just not conducive to having a bag in the middle of it. Luckily, the bag's going to be on the bottom anyway. So there we go with that. I don't think I got any other information to give you on this until we know something more. Peace.